Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Collins Family Urban Homestead. My name is Larry Collins, and today I'm going to try to redeem myself over last week with the cooking videos that I had. What I have here today, and this has been the kind of day I've been having. Yes, this is the kind of day I've been having. Knocking over everything, everywhere, and no matter what I'm doing. So, let's see how well this goes. And I'm going to film it just because you guys might think this is kind of funny. So let me turn the camera around, get a little bit better view of what we have going on here, and we'll see how well we can go from there. Okay, so the first thing we have is Maine lobster tails from Lobster Graham. And then the second thing we have is filet mignon from Lobster Graham. So lobster tails and filet mignon, I'm going to do both of them sous vide, and we'll see where we go from there. I'm going to do both of them at 131 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to have them in the sous vide for about 2 hours. My wife is off at a canning class right now, and she'll come back later. I think she's going to do some Brussels sprouts and some mashed cauliflower. I believe that's what she's going to do. We'll catch that a little bit later. So I'm going to go ahead and get these seasoned up, show you a little bit on that, and we'll come back to you. Okay, so what I did here is went through, cut these little flapper things off right here, most of them, and I took a pair of scissors, just like that, and I sliced right down the center here, all the way back to the tail. I did that on both of these. I'm going to come back and put some butter, some salt and pepper on both of them before I actually put them in the sous vide bag. I'll show that when that's complete. Here are the two steaks that we have that are both the prime ribs. I'm going to add salt and pepper on both of those guys, and we'll put them in the sous vide bag, and I'll come back to you in just a minute. Okay, so there's the lobster tail in the bag. It's getting ready to get sealed up. It's just got the two tails and butter sitting on top of it. And then here's the two steaks. It's in the bag. It's just still got to get sealed up. It's just got the two steaks in there, seasoned with salt and pepper, and that's the basics of that. Next thing I got to do is go ahead and vacuum seal these up and get them into the sous vide. Okay, let's see if we can get this vacuum sealed and see how this works. Like I said, it's being one of those days. Come on. There we go. It's got to get in there just right. And then we have a vacuum sealed 2 steaks ready to go in the sous vide. Now let's see if we can do this any better with the lobster tails. You got that unwrapped there. Try to move the butter back up. Everything's set there. We'll move. What's got to happen is there's a chamber in here. This opening has to be inside that chamber for this to work, and then both sides has to be clamped down really well. And that seemed like a whole lot of work to get this vacuum sealed, but it's got it on there. Now the next thing we need to do is just put these guys, let's try to just go ahead and put these guys in the sous vide machine. I've got it set right there. Temperature's setting at 131 degrees. Well, these got open that up. Let me see if I can get something to make sure the lobster gets sunk down. You want it underneath the water. Put a plate in there, put that on both of them so that they can sit there and it makes sure they're submerged. It acts as a weight to go ahead and get them put down. So we'll take a look. See what time it is. It's 2:48 right now. About 2 hours it should be done. My wife will be done with her class at about 4 o'clock. Another half an hour or so, so it'll be just about the time she gets home. She'll start the vegetables. We'll get these seared up. And we should be good to go. We'll come back to you when it gets done. God bless. We'll see you later. So Christine gets to join us today. So let me flip this around and she'll show you what else she's adding to the dinner tonight.
Kroger had bacon on sale for $2.99 a pound. So all I did at 350 degrees was brown the bacon in the oven. I never cook it on the stove. It makes too much of a mess. And all I'm letting it do is cool. Let it do. I can speak English. I'm going to let it cool in this other pan while I take all of the Brussels sprouts that I trimmed and put a little bit of oil and salt and pepper and garlic powder and add it to the pan that already has bacon grease. Glorious bacon grease. And I'm going to turn the heat up to 425. And in about 20-25 minutes, this will be done. While it is cooking, I'm going to chop the bacon so I can add it to the finished product when we're done. But look at all of it rolling around in all of that bacon grease. Oh yeah.
Bacon, 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 bacon.
So But I do need to keep an eye on it because you don't want it to burn. So that's my step right now, and I'll put it in the oven and I'll be ready to go shortly. Okay, the Brussels sprouts are done. All I'm going to do is add half the bacon. This was a 12-ounce package, so I'm just going to use half of it because I still have another package of Brussels sprouts I can cook another day, and I'll keep this in the fridge. I'm going to close up the package, and when we're ready to serve, it'll be warm and ready to go. Alright, all I did was put a whole head of cauliflower in the Instant Pot on a trivet, so that's why it's messy. I cooked it in the Instant Pot on high for 12 minutes. It makes it soft enough that all I have to do is just mash it up. What I'm going to do is turn the Instant Pot here to saute. Oops, sorry. I'm going to have to cancel the first order. And now I'm going to hit saute. And this is a Duo Ultra 60. And I hit start. It's got it on medium temperature. And all I want to do is be able to make sure everything is warm. What I did do is I added a couple of cloves of garlic in here as well. Being we're on keto, we don't have potatoes. I miss potatoes.
So what's in the pot?
In the pot is steamed cauliflower and steamed garlic. Then I'm going to add butter. If you like a lot of butter, add a lot of butter. You like a little bit of butter, put a little bit of butter. But this is only one head, so I only have to go so far. I usually prefer cheddar cheese, but I didn't have it. So what I did have was some Gruyere cheese, which gives it a nutty flavor. And the other thing I would put in is cream cheese, but this was another deal that I got. This was $2.49, and so this is spinach and artichoke, and so all I'm going to do is put a little bit of this to give it that creamy texture. You can hear it sizzling, so that's getting warm. And then to make it a little bit more smooth, I'll just add some heavy cream and stir until it's the consistency that I would prefer it to be, and then flavor it. If you like more salt, more salt. You want more pepper, salt and pepper, but you can see in here it's much more smooth. Here, let me get a spatula so I can stir it up a little bit better. So if you want to come in and take a look at that, since it's already smushed. And my fake mashed potatoes are finished. Oh, and if you didn't know this about the Instant Pot, the lid has these two pieces at the end. You also have holes here in the Instant Pot, and it sits in there so that your hand's free and the moisture will collect here, and that's why there is a cup in the back, so if the moisture comes off the lid, it'll run to the back of the cup if there's any. Now, in my opinion, if I continue to let this cook much longer on the saute mode, it'll burn. So I am going to completely turn it off and just let it stay warm. So that part of dinner is done.
Okay, so I've got a cast iron skillet here. It's smoking hot, and the leftover bacon grease that she had in the Brussels sprouts is in here also, so we can get these seared in bacon grease. We're going to take these steaks, we sear them on each side for a minute. You want to get a real good sear on them, and then we'll come back and add a little bit of flavor to it afterwards. And I also want to try to do a sear on each one of the on the sides as well. Okay, so we've got the steak seared. I turned the heat down a little bit here. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and add some butter to it. Lots of butter. And I've got some chopped up garlic here. So I'll go ahead and add that into the butter. I'm going to take a sprinkle of rosemary. Put that in there. Take a couple of sprigs of thyme. Put that in there. And we'll do this next time taking and about basting the steak with it. And yes, as you can hear in the background, the smoke alarm went off. We got this, the grease was a little bit on the hot side. Hopefully it'll go off here in a second. So we'll take this off the heat. Go ahead and turn the fire off. I set that off and let that sit there for a second. And we'll see about getting this plated up. Take 2 plates.
Take the spatula.
Get that out of the way. Get that out of the way. That spoon, where did I put that spoon? Takes care of the steaks. Now we've got the 2 lobsters that have been sitting here for a little bit.
juices. So we got steak, we got lobster. Come over here with a little bit of garlic, Brussels sprouts and bacon. Put some of that right there. I'll come over here. A little bit of the cauliflower mash. And there is a gorgeous dinner.
So I'm just cutting into the steak. It's very, very tender. And I know you hate to see people chew, but I have to tell you, this is going to be great. It's really good and very, very tender.
Let's see what the inside looks like. Did I actually cook that too long? Oh, we're gonna sit down and eat now. So that's our Sous Vide redeemed better meal than we had last week. Hopefully it's a little bit better. So God bless, have a great week, and we'll see you on the next video.